Hi, my name is Toby. Several weeks have passed since the strange events were happening. It's night, and I'm walking home. Not to where I used to live, though. I've moved, further away from where I used to live. Steve. It was like his spirit was haunting me after I found his diary all those weeks ago, and I wanted to know even more about him. As I passed a nearby village, I could see the villagers had gathered inside a house in town. After asking one of them, I got to know that this is where Steve used to live. All that remained, though, was his bed, standing in a corner. If Steve used to live in this very place, the villagers had to know more about him as a person. So I asked them. All they knew was that Steve often used to go to the lake south from the village. He could be gone for an hour before he came back, but they had no idea what he actually was doing while he was away. So I went over there. It sure was a beautiful spot. Maybe Steve only came here to calm his mind, as the wind here was gently flowing through your hair. It was then I noticed the cliff wall. It looked different from the rest. It seemed old, rusty and fake somehow. I was wondering if something was resting behind the wall, but my head was telling me that this was rubbish, that I was overthinking. I woke up in shock. The weird dreams that had been gone for weeks, they were back. After seeing what I just had seen in my dream, I couldn't do anything else but to go back to the cliffside. I just felt like doing it. It was night, dark and rainy. I got over there. Apparently somebody had been here before. Torches were placed on the ground. The lake looked even more beautiful in night, though I could barely see my own reflection in the water. The wall looked just as suspicious as it did in daytime. I somehow felt attracted to the wall. And this Steve guy that had died somehow, had he really been here often? But why? It was then I heard it. A massive explosion was coming from the village. I couldn't do anything but to run back straight away. I came back, and I couldn't believe what I saw. Half of the town was ruined, blown up to pieces. Houses were destroyed. Farmlands were all blown up. Massive holes in the ground. Who could have done such a thing? What could cause this explosion? I was frightened, confused, and I didn't really know what to think. I went into the library to ask villagers what happened here. None of them were really sure. Nothing could cause the explosion. They didn't know if anyone had died. They really had no idea what was going on. I went to town the next morning. Weird dreams had started to appear in my mind again. I went to the village to try to find answers to something, I don't know, answers of any kind. Answers to all these questions I had about Steve and Herobrine and all those stories around there. I knew that something was not correct. One of the villagers were looking down at Steve's bed. Apparently he wasn't the only one who was missing him. I woke up the following night, and that's when it started to happen. I got panicked, so I just ran outside, ran towards town. Just wanted to talk to some villagers and ask them what was going on, but the whole village was empty. There weren't a single person around. Was everybody asleep? Or where was everyone? I started to get freaked out, and as I started to walk on a road, I heard a voice behind me. Who are you? I'm Steve.